I tested everything from this $17 budget classic to a 50-watt powerhouse that could practically cook an egg. Real talk, most coffee warmers are just glorified coasters that barely keep your drink lukewarm. I found that wattage and surface design make a massive difference between sipping tepid sludge and enjoying hot coffee 3 hours later. One of these units actually hit a scorching 185 degrees, while another is so precise you can dial it in by a single degree. The winner though, it solved the biggest physics problem with keeping coffee hot, and honestly, it changed my entire morning workflow. Here are the top 5 best coffee warmers for 2026.
Before we get to the countdown, here are 3 quick things that usually trip people up when buying these. First, look at the wattage. This is your engine power. Most cheap units run at 15 to 20 watts, which maintains heat but won't reheat a cold cup. If you want to bring a cold brew back to life, you need 30 watts or higher. Second, the mug bottom gap. This is the overlooked killer. Most standard mugs have a concave bottom, creating an air gap between the heater and the liquid. Air is a terrible conductor. For the best results, you need a perfectly flat-bottomed mug, or a warmer designed to compensate for that gap. Third, auto shutoff. If you work in an office or have pets, this is non-negotiable. You will walk away and forget it's on. Look for models with a gravity sensor or a timer, so you don't accidentally burn your house down. With those tips in mind, let's start the countdown with number 5.
5. Mr. Coffee Mug Warmer. Best budget entry level. If you just need the absolute basics for under 20 bucks, the Mr. Coffee Mug Warmer is the industry standard. It's been around forever, it's simple, and it does exactly one thing. It slows down the cooling process. Spec-wise, this is a 17-watt unit. That's on the lower end, meaning it's strictly for maintenance, not reheating. It hits around 200 degrees on the plate surface, but because of that low wattage, don't expect it to make a cold cup piping hot again. It's lightweight at just over 7 ounces, making it easy to toss in a bag for travel or move between desks. Real-world usage? It's a set-it-and-forget-it device, literally because it lacks an auto shutoff feature. That's a major downside if you're forgetful. However, for the price, it works. One user mentioned their husband drinks coffee all day and night, and this simple puck keeps it drinkable without breaking the bank. Another reviewer noted it's perfect for keeping tea at a drinkable temp, not too hot, not too cool. But here's the kicker with the build quality. The heating plate coating is notorious. I saw tons of reports, including one user who noted that after extensive use, the black coating starts to peel and bubble. It looks ugly, sure, but it usually keeps working. Bottom line, it's the cheap, no-frills option. It keeps your drink tepid to warm, but don't expect miracles or premium features. It's a classic for a reason, but the tech has definitely moved on.
Next up, we have the VOBAGA Coffee Mug Warmer, which takes everything Mr. Coffee lacks and fixes it for just a few dollars more. This is your reliable daily driver if you want modern safety features without spending a fortune. The standout here is the 20-watt power output paired with 3 temperature settings, 104, 131, and 149 degrees Fahrenheit. That 20 watts gives you a slight edge over the Mr. Coffee, helping to maintain heat better for larger mugs. Plus, it has a 4-hour auto shutoff. If you get pulled into a 3-hour meeting, you won't come back to a fire hazard. Users love the peace of mind. One reviewer called it a game changer for their home office, simply because of that auto off feature. The interface is a single touch button, top to cycle through temps. It's intuitive, though some users with pets noted a potential issue. The touch button is sensitive. One user actually reported their cat walking across the desk and accidentally turning it on, so keep that in mind if you have curious climbers. Design-wise, it's sleek and comes in a bunch of fun colors, which makes it a great gift. The splash-proof plate is a nice touch too, because we've all sloshed a bit of coffee when typing furiously. It's not the hottest on the list. Maxing out at 149 means it's great for tea and keeping coffee warm, but it won't scorch your tongue. If you prioritize safety and aesthetics over raw power, this is a solid pick.
Moving on to number 3, the SWEETFULL Coffee Mug Warmer hits the sweet spot between style and performance. If you care about how your desk setup looks, this wood grain design is a winner, but it's got some serious specs under the hood too. We are jumping up significantly in power here to 36 watts. That is nearly double the power of the previous two entries. This means it can handle larger mugs and actually push heat through those stubborn concave bottoms better. It offers 3 temp settings, topping out at 180 degrees Fahrenheit. That is hot enough to actually reheat a drink that started to go cold. The real hero feature is the size. It has a massive 5.2-inch heating panel. One user mentioned it fits all their big cups perfectly, even the oversized novelty mugs that hang off the edge of smaller warmers. Another user even uses it to keep a teapot warm, which is impressive versatility. In terms of usage, the 36 watts makes a difference. A reviewer mentioned they usually only need the medium setting because the high setting is very hot. That's a good problem to have. It also includes that essential 4-hour auto shutoff, so you're covered on safety. The touch controls are invisible until you use them, keeping that clean wood aesthetic intact. Just be careful, because the whole surface is flat and glass-like, it gets extremely hot. One user warned that the outside of the mug gets very hot to the touch, so grab it by the handle. If you want something that looks like premium furniture but heats like a kitchen appliance, this is the one. Check the description for the latest prices on this one, as it often has coupons available.
At number 2, we have the beast of the bunch, the KitchekShop Coffee Mug Warmer. If you're tired of warmers that are too weak, this 50-watt monster is the answer. 50 watts is huge for this category. Most competitors sit in that 20-watt range. This allows the KitchenShop to hit a blistering 185 degrees Fahrenheit. It's designed for speed. One user noted it heats up in about 8 minutes per side, which is incredibly fast for a dust gadget. It's so powerful that multiple reviewers actually use it to melt wax for candle making. Beyond raw power, you get granular control. It has 4 temperature settings ranging from 131 to 185, and a customizable timer you can set anywhere from 1 to 12 hours. That is rare flexibility. Most just give you a fixed 4-hour window. If you pull 12-hour shifts and want your coffee hot the entire time, this is your tool. Users consistently praise the heat. One review mentioned, "This is the best warmer I've ever used, keeps coffee super hot on the highest setting." Another user appreciated that it accommodates giant 40-ounce Chemex carafes, turning your desk into a mini brewing station. There is a minor quirk to watch out for. The touch buttons are very sensitive. A user mentioned they unplug it when not in use because it's easy to accidentally brush against it and turn it on. But for raw heating performance that can revive even an ice-cold cup of joe, this 50-watt unit is unmatched in its price range.
And finally, the number 1 spot goes to the COSORI coffee mug warmer and mug set. This isn't just a warmer, it's a complete thermal system that solves the physics problem I mentioned earlier. Here's the deal. COSORI includes a custom 17-ounce stainless steel mug with a perfectly flat bottom that mates directly to the heating plate. This eliminates the air gap entirely. The result? Thermal conductivity that glass and ceramic can't touch. The tech specs here are pro level. You get 24 watts of power, but because the transfer is so efficient, it feels like much more. You can adjust the temperature by single-degree increments from 77 up to 194 degrees Fahrenheit. It has a legit LCD display showing you the exact temp of the plate. Real-world experience? It's fantastic. One user said, "This is the only coffee warmer I have found that keeps coffee hot, not just warm. Because the mug is stainless steel, the handle stays cool while the liquid stays piping hot." Another user mentioned they can set it to 150 and come back an hour later to a drink that tastes like it was just poured. The build quality is excellent with a spill-resistant design and high-tech pie film heating element. It's pricey, sitting around 40 bucks, but you get the mug included. The only downside is you have to use their metal mug to get the maximum benefit, though it works decently with others. If you are serious about your coffee temperature and want a setup that guarantees the last sip is as hot as the first, COSORI is the undisputed king.
So here is the recap. If you are on a strict budget, grab the Mr. Coffee at number 5. If you want raw heating power for any mug, the 50-watt KitchenShop at number 2 is the beast you need. But for the ultimate experience with precision control, the COSORI takes the win at number 1.
Links to all of these are in the description below. Smash that like button if this helped you out, and subscribe for more tech tests. I'll see you in the next one.